Hello and g'day, my name's Tom from BikeChain, and today we're going to be talking about two new helmets from BBB, the Kite and the Dune. First up, let's check out the brand new Dune MIPS. So we've got one here on the desk here today in the studio. We've actually got two. It comes in two colorways, the Dune MIPS. First up, we have it here in the matte white. This is also, I do mention MIPS a few times because this is our first MIPS helmet in the lineup here at BikeChain. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to have a MIPS helmet in the stable, brought to us by BBB from the Netherlands. Obviously BBB coming from the Netherlands where everybody cycles. You're basically born on a bike up there. So yeah, they really know what they're doing, and they've got some really nice integrated features in here as a result of that, which you'll see here in just a sec. First up, as mentioned, yep, it does have MIPS, so you can tell by the yellow shell on the inside here. And MIPS essentially helps reduce some of the rotational forces if you're unfortunate enough to be in an accident or have a crash. An extra level of safety inside your helmet. All of our helmets here do pass the Australian and New Zealand standard, but having the MIPS option in there just gives you that little extra bit of security. So you can also tell, identified on the helmet there as well, easily, that this is a MIPS helmet. Come around to the back here as well, we then have our retention system. So I believe this is the BBB Omega retention system. So there's some really nice micro adjustment to it. Oh, listen to that click. Let's get that on the microphone real quick. Oh, that's a nice sounding click. So really, really fine adjustment that you can do. That you can see just very small clicks are able to do. So really able to tighten it down or loosen it off as needed on your head. One other cool thing with the retention system in here I see is down in the back of the helmet here, we can actually adjust the height of that. So if you have a ponytail that you're wanting to have come out the back of the helmet, or maybe just got like a, you know, all of our heads are not made equal. If you got some sort of little bump at the back of your head in certain spaces, or it's just not fitting quite comfortably, maybe this particular radius here is not working for you, so you can drop this whole harness system downwards. So now we've created a larger gap here at the back, and this will now sit much lower on the head. So you can see there with it extended, it sits much lower. And then if we push that back in, you can see now it's sitting much higher inside the helmet. Also great for just making sure you get a really good fit depending on the size of your head as well. So the cool thing with that is if you've got potentially a youth, younger rider, still growing, smaller head, he's going to be able to fit into that into the small size. It's going to hug nice and tight. And as they grow, obviously it can expand out, but it also can come down further as well. You know, to give a firmer grab down below, and also give a lot of space for hair, ponytails, and the like. It can come straight out the back there, which is a nice little touch. One other thing we see here on the back, which is very nice, is that, and you can see that here in the detailing, it actually has a space for a BBB BLS-147. So it's compatible with a BBB light. Got one of those here today for you as well, so we can show you that. It looks like just in behind here. Yep, this is a nice little clip. So here's a little information document telling us all about the light. So it's telling us here that this is a light bracket to help increase your visibility, and the lights that are suitable to fit that are the BLS-147 and 149. So here we've got the, let's put that down for a sec. So here we've got the BLS-147. So this is the Spot rear light with the 3 LEDs. It's a USB rechargeable light. It does come with the strap if you wish to mount that on your bike. So it does have a nice little belt clip, you can see there. Nice little side view of the belt clip there. So that's how it just popped off the packaging nice and easily now as well. So like we said, it is USB rechargeable. So you can see you got your recharging port in there, hidden behind the nice little safety cover, rubberized safety cover to help keep the water and elements out. And with the touch of a button, boom, there we go. So it's a nice little extra added visibility for your helmet with the 3 LEDs there. That has a brighter mode, flashing mode, and off. So we've got a lower solid, higher solid, and flashing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this should just clip on quite easily. You can see on the back of the helmet here, we do have the little clip, and this here should just clip straight on. Yep, there we go. So it feels like it's rubberized, so it's actually grabbing that quite nicely. And boom, there we go. So we've now got our nice new Dune MIPS helmet with a little bit of extra safety with the BLS Spot, BLS-147 from BBB added on the back there. There we go. Check that in flashing for a bit of extra visibility. We're away laughing. Nice. So one thing that we also have here on here, let's turn off the light so we're not getting blinded by that while we're working through the next features. We also have a removable visor on both the Kite and the Dune. So you can see here the visor itself does just clip off. Nice thing about that, the visor itself is also really nice quality. Like it's quite a stiff visor. It's not just a nasty cheap visor that you get on some helmets. So it's a nice little feature there. A little bit more durable, I guess. And the other cool thing now is that what we had that once looked like a pretty mountain ready to roll helmet, ready to take on any trail, we've now got quite a nice, sleek looking road lid. So that's one of the major benefits of the Kite and the Dune is they look really nice, regardless if you're taking them out on the trail or out on the road. And the way that the helmet, the visor mounts here are very well integrated as well. You almost they don't stand out too much. They're not sticking out too much from the helmet. Nice and sleek design there. And those also work as a extra safety element. They're also the mounting anchors for your straps in there as well. So it's a nice way to have both of those things tied away into one. And another thing to look out for if you are in the market for a new helmet in Australia, it does need to pass the Australian New Zealand standard for you to be able to wear that without copping a fine on the side of the street and just to be safe. The Australian standard is one of the hardest standards in the world to pass. So you do want to look out for the little sticker like we've got here in the back here. So that's one example. Let's turn it up the right way so you can actually read that. So we've got one example there of the sticker there with the Australian New Zealand standard, confirming that has passed that test, which is fantastic. And again, just a nice glance in there at that nice MIPS internal shell. One other thing with the Dune helmet in particular, so this is a matte off-white, but it actually has this really nice, see if we can get it on camera there. Yeah, beautiful. So it has a really nice detailed graphic, which gives it sort of like a fade from the front to the back without having to have, the graphics aren't too loud. They're not too in your face. It's just, it's very subtle. But it's just a really nice touch. There's a little bit of added detail there, giving a little bit of style. There you go. You can see it quite nicely there with the hex coming through there, and then up to the front where it has the more of the matte finish. Beautiful. So one more look at that light. So again, that just pops off and on, nice and easy with the belt clip. Not so easy that it's going to fall off while you're riding, but easy enough that just now it's that was quite comfortable to take off, and again to put on. See, one of the other benefits here is by having this in the helmet like this, the rubber piece at the bottom, there's no way that that's accidentally opening up, which is going to be great for, the recharge port's not going to be getting any water in it, especially if it can't physically open. So that's a nice touch. And again, there we go. Extra visibility on the back of the helmet there. Great. Cool. So for the Dune, this is the matte white color. So we'll slide that off to the side. It also does come in a matte black. Let's grab that real quick. Here we go. So this is the matte black colorway. Very nice. Again, the matte colorways on these just look excellent. So similar detailing on the back. There we go. This is the matte black. Again, it comes with the removable visor, the MIPS internal shell, Australian New Zealand safety standards, the Omega retention system, and is a good looking lid, man. It's a nice helmet. Looks great. Okay, from the Dune, we then move on to the Kite. Similar to the Dune, the Kite does come in a matte black and a matte white also. This time here you can see the matte black on screen. The major difference here is that the kite does not have MIPS. So the Dune coming in at $149.99 retail with MIPS, or you can pick up the equally safe. It passes the Australian standards. So as far as safety standards are concerned, it's it's just as safe. So you can pick up the Kite for a fraction of that at $99.99. A couple of little extra features on here is you do get the reflective tabs on the back as well, which is a little bit different to the Dune. And the other difference that you have is the Kite as well also has the bug mesh up in the front. So if you're riding home late at night, you got your lights on, which are going to be attracting, your bugs out on the road. You do have that little extra safety there of not getting the bugs flying into your helmet and causing all sorts of troubles and distractions whilst you're out on the road. I think there's enough going on the roads to distract us that having a cheeky bug flying through one of your front vents is not one that we want to have. Again, removable visor easily comes off, and boom, now we've got a sleek looking road leg. And again, just on the inside there, we do have that ever important Australia and New Zealand safety standard sticker down the back here. And also, fun fact, the Dune and the Kite, sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier, the Dune and the Kite did also receive an award back in 2017, so a little while ago. I think it was for the original version of the Dune. This is now the Dune and the Kite, sorry. This is now the 2.0 version, so it's had some improvements since then. But as far as the design and concept, winning a nice design there for the IF Design Awards. I see there is something extra here on the notes as well. Let's have a quick look at that since we're going through all of the helmets and all the details. Looks like we have a message from Sebastian. So Sebastian here is one of the product managers across at BBB up in the Netherlands. And he says the Kite 2.0 is an all-around performer. You can use it without the visor to conquer the road, or with the visor and have fun on the trails. The helmet has more coverage at the temple and the back, increasing safety. And on top of all that, it comes with a light bracket. Nice. So a nice little summary of the entire helmet there from Sebastian at BBB. Then we also just have our regular, I believe, just safety document here. Yep, so it's just going to give you all of your gear instructions, how to store it, how to use it. So make sure you do have a quick flick through that as well. As far as colorways, let's chuck the black off to the side there. There we go. Also have the Kite also comes in 3 other colorways. So it does come in a nice red. So here we go, a nice gloss metallic red. So if you're looking for something a bit sportier, something a bit faster, everything that's red goes faster, right? So that's another option for you. It also comes in a blue. Again, a nice metallic gloss blue. Again, the Kite, same as the Dune, has that nice mounting clip on the back here, as well as the Omega retention system as well. Again, with that real nice micro adjustment to really make it fit. And yes, it also has the height adjustment, exactly the same as the Dune. So again, you can bring this retention all the way down, tug further down the head, or pull it back up it in to get it sitting a bit tighter. And again, you've got that light mount there, which comes with this here to let you know that the light is available. Otherwise, just pop that off and away you go. And lastly, we have a matte white. So this one is a true matte white, whereas let me see if I can get it side by side for you. The Dune is more of an off-white. So you can see it's got more of a sort of a gray tone to it there on the Dune with the MIPS. But the Kite itself is actually a straight white. So if you're looking for a little bit more visibility, you can see on the camera there, it's looking nice and bright. So if you want to be super visible out on the road, again, simply pop the visor off if you don't want it. Or leave it on if you want to help stop from sunstrike and stuff like that out on the road. Otherwise, pop that off. And away you go. So just to summarize, the Kite comes in the matte white, the gloss blue, gloss red, and the matte black, and also features that nice bug mesh in the front of the helmet to keep any creeper crawlies or flying insects out of the front vents whilst you're out on the road. And on top of that, we also have the Dune, which comes in the matte black with the graphic fade and MIPS, as well as the matte off-white, again with that nice graphic fade on the back of the helmet there, and the light. Perfect. Team, thank you very, very much for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed checking out the brand new Kite and Dune with us here today at BikeChain. And man, we look forward to bringing you more to come. Next up, we've got floor pumps and plenty more new products on the horizon from BBB and many of our other brands. So stay tuned. Thank you. For more cycling product previews, releases, and tips from BikeChain, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.